My first memories of dancing were running around my parents' lounge room to Shirley Temple or something. You know that mad little run that little kids do? You just when you think you're dancing, but you're just running around and around and around. I came to the Wimmera because I suppose I just met a few people in Nadimuck that I liked. And they just seemed like my sort of people, and I'd heard that it was a sort of a creative town and rock climbing town, and it just made me feel a bit normal coming in here really. Everyone seems a little bit slightly mad, which is a lovely thing to be around. I'm a photographer, freelance photographer, and I work for the Mail Times, and I teach at the University of Ballarat as well, so do a few different things. But yeah, a lot of my work is through the Mail Times. A lot of the work that people would know me for is through the Mail Times because they see my face around a lot. Well, I heard about the Latin dancing just through work actually, just heard about it through there, and just sounded like a fun thing to do. I've tried doing it once before in Melbourne. I think it was in St Kilda somewhere, and the first class I completely fell in love with the teacher, so I didn't go back again because I thought that was a really bad start. I mean, you see it as a bit of a sexy dance really, and you hope that you look like that, but I'm sure we don't. Everyone always thinks they look better than what they do, surely, but yeah, it just seemed like something fun to do. I've been trying to get a bit fitter lately, I suppose. I was quite surprised that we're doing one dance each week actually. It's been pretty full on. You actually feel pretty good after it. Like after the first class I was kind of buzzing, like, hey, that was great, you know, sort of some sort of strange adrenaline thing from. And also it was the cha-cha, which I liked the best. I really dug that dance. I didn't actually tell any of my mates about it when I first went to do it, so I was kind of feeling insecure myself. Well, I'd like to do more. My biggest handicap was that I did it with Matt from work. And he's in Horsham, I'm down here, so we never really got much chance to practice. A couple of times we managed to nick out in the mornings and go out in the car park out the back and hide ourselves away and practice our cha-cha, but we haven't really managed to. We get fairly busy at work and we haven't actually managed to get that 5 minutes again since then, which is something I did notice with the dancing though. Actually, it was really interesting. It was good for me for my work as well, just the self-consciousness of it, especially in the first class. I suppose the vulnerability, like if you're not really doing much dancing and stuff, I think there's a couple of people in the class who do other sorts of dancing, so they seem pretty confident, but if you're not really doing it, and I remember feeling the same way when I did aerobics when I was in the 20s, I'd go to one or two classes and just not get it and just not go again because I just felt so uncoordinated. But just that self-consciousness, I suppose, and I suppose it's the same when I'm putting my camera on someone. They're feeling self-conscious like I was feeling self-conscious in the first dance class. Sometimes I get a bit frustrated when you've got people go, oh, let me just do my hair and let me just go and put on some makeup and rah rah rah, and I get a little bit like, oh come on, it's just a photo, it's no big deal, because I do it all the time and I'm continually taking photos for the paper. So I really don't have any. It goes after a certain point in time, you sort of lose your empathy, lose your understanding of how it is for people. So it was good to get that back in a different way through dancing. It's something that I felt completely self-conscious and vulnerable about.
So, do you think you could convince one of the boys of the pub to go dancing with you? Would it be a good hunting ground for partners, dancing partners?
The Natty pub? I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to be diplomatic and not answer that.